Hey everybody, welcome to BrickVault. My name's Jack. Today we've got a Lego Batman movie set, and this is a pretty classic one. We've got the Batmobile. This set's recommended for ages 8 to 14. It is number 70905 and it has 581 pieces. There are 5 minifigs included. We've got Batman, Robin, Man-Bat, and the 2 exclusive figs for this set are going to be the Kabuki twins. The Batmobile looks great, and when you look at the back of the box, you can see there are some awesome functions that you're going to be able to do with the wheels. Alright, let's check out how many bags are inside. Alright, so the box includes 5 bags. They're all about medium sized, 1 big manual. There are some stickers in that bag there, and shouldn't be too long, so let's get this thing built. Alright, so the Batmobile is done. We've got a bunch of great minifigs. I'm definitely talking about this vehicle first, though. There's just so many awesome things that you can do with this, and I think the designers really just hit the nail on the head here. It looks wonderful. It's a giant build. It's got a very sort of classic comic book Batman kind of feel to it. That long sort of narrow hood is very iconic to the Batmobile look, and it feels very beefy with those little rivets at the top and those curved bits of exhaust that come out on either side of the bottom. This thing is lean and mean, and we got a great looking grille in the front and a very appropriate sticker that makes up the license plate that says Batitude. The back has a couple of little fins there that are extremely poseable, which is kind of nice. There's sort of this default mode of them being splayed out, but you can lift them up towards each other. And actually the bat fins themselves can be spun around in 360 degrees if you like. Obviously you can get them into sort of awkward positions, but it definitely allows the vehicle to be a little bit more emotive. But I'll elaborate on that in exactly what I mean in just a second. I'd just like to point out very quickly that we've got a couple of relatively well hidden stud shooters. They're not so much hidden in the fact that this build is just so huge that they look incredibly small and they just don't stick out very much. Now the majority of the sticker detailing is right here on the front. We've got that one bat symbol on the hood, which comes off very easily, and then a bunch of stickers on the actual windshield piece. This is a great big yellow piece for the windshield. I like it a lot. And the interior has a lot of detailing, all stickers still, but you can comfortably seat 2 minifigs if you like. Now there's something here that I didn't really notice until a little bit later, but it's kind of nice. It's I think it's just a quick escape sort of ejection function. If you twist the purple thruster that's sticking out of the engine in the back, it moves this little transparent arm piece that's in the cockpit, and it pops the roof off if our heroes need to make a quick escape. But now to move on to what I think is probably one of the best vehicle functions I've seen from a Lego set, and this is the highly poseable arms that attach to the legs that make up the wheels. This vehicle at its resting mode right now can already drive over a minifig that's on the ground without ever touching it. It does have quite a high clearance, but you can morph the arms to do this, and the Batmobile has an incredible clearance. It's so good, in fact, that you can easily clear any minifig that is standing fully upright, and heck, you could probably clear an even taller minifig that had a sort of tall hat on top of its head. I believe this is so the Batmobile can kind of drive around traffic and stuff if he's racing through the city, but in terms of a logistical play function, it works phenomenally well. I also think the vehicle still looks kind of cool in this different morphed position. It hasn't really sacrificed its ability to look cool while it can still sort of be in this different morphed position. But what's great is that this function is just so incredibly diverse. These ratcheted joints are perfect because A, they're really strong, and B, they have a ton of different points of articulation. So you can really choose just how high or low you want the vehicle to be, and I think the Batmobile looks great when you just bring up the back back wheels, and the whole vehicle is kind of leaning forward in a very aggressive manner. You can do this to sort of any degree, and I think you can really play around with just how you want your vehicle to look. Maybe just a little bit lifted off the ground, or just a little bit of extra height in the back. Or heck, if you even wanted to lift this thing up in the front and keep the back low, you could do that too. So right there, I would give this set an A+, but you might have noticed there's a couple of other extra joints. They almost look like they could be shocks or a bit of extra detailing on the build, which is A, wonderful because it's very well hidden, but B, no, it's not just there for aesthetic reasons, and it has this great function that can do this. Admittedly, this works best when the wheels are at their lowest extended points, and what happens is you can actually angle your wheels so the Batmobile can drive sideways. Heck, it could even spin around in a perfect circle if you want, and I really think this is what the 1960s Bat turn should have actually been in the show.
Hold tight, Bat turn.
Once again, you can ratchet these to a bunch of different degrees if you like, but what's so great is that it's got these wonderful, very strong points of articulation, and then the play can start just becoming really sort of strange and diverse if you like. You could fold the wheels forward as sort of a barrier in case he needs to ram into a wall, or when the Batmobile is sort of standing up and the wheels are folded in, they can kind of become something similar to feet. Well, it's not really well balanced for that sort of thing, but the fact that you can sort of just mess around with the vehicle in this way speaks volumes to just how well it was designed. All right, I think I've talked enough about this vehicle. I definitely give it an A+ if I don't grade the builds like that, but I give this a wonderful review, and here is Batman. I have a feeling once all these Lego Batman movie sets are out, this is going to be a very, very common figure. He's got that brand new belt piece that was molded for him. It's extremely simple, but very effective. It looks great on the figure. The detailing for the body isn't any different that we've seen from other classic Batmans, except it is different in the fact that there's no belt printed onto the actual torso. He comes with a soft cloth cape, 2 expressions, and of course a Batarang for good measure. Now here is Robin. This is a brand new guy. He's also going to be in a ton of these new sets as well. A bit more of a detailed figure, I gotta say. He has those dual molded legs with printing on the fronts to show his boots. His arms are also dual molded as well, and he has the brand new mold that makes up both his hair and goggles. It's really highly detailed. I like the expression in the eyes, but you can also see that there's a little bit of a space between the mold that makes up the hair and where the goggles connect. There's a little bit of space that shows the actual head of the minifig. Anyways, Robin does have one of those new shiny gold capes, which is awesome, and he comes with a gun, but you can see at the bottom it says Bat Merch. That is a print, which is nice. So I'm going to assume that maybe he's holding a t-shirt gun for like shooting out at basketball games or something. I don't know. At this point, the movie has not yet come out. Here are the 2 Kabuki twins. I'm going to assume that these 2 figures remain exclusive to just this set, and their design is very simple, but they look like relatively intimidating villains. They've each got those Wolverine claws and the painted faces, and I think there's something just nice about the fact that these are just such simple looking characters. Our last figure from this set is Man-Bat. This is a guy that we've gotten before. Still great molds that make up the head and the arms, and I just double checked with the Man-Bat that we had from our collection, and yes, he is the exact same figure with the detailing for the hair on his chest. He also came with Dynamite the last time we got him in a set as well. So anyways, here's the entire set together. I could not be more pleased with the way this vehicle turned out. It looks awesome. It's got a very sort of classic feel to it, though it is entirely reinvented, and the Lego group just had a lot of fun making this vehicle. The articulating joints that control the wheels is probably one of the best vehicle play functions I've ever seen in a Lego set. Not only because you can do so many different incredible diverse things with just a few different points of articulation, but it also works incredibly well. Nothing is gonna break off. Joker's notorious lowrider. Anyways, I think I've made my point with the Batmobile. I certainly like it a lot. All right, everybody, that is it for this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. If you want to buy this set, I've left a link in the video description below. And if you enjoy our content, you can always like or subscribe. Do what you want to do. This was BrickVault. My name's Jack, and we'll see you next time.